What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are checking out Just Cause 4. This game is free this month for PlayStation Plus members. People on PS4 and on PS5 can get it for free. This gameplay, by the way, is recorded on my PS5. Just got it today. For the people who want to check out the other PS Plus games of this month, Rocket Arena and Worms Rumble, I already made videos about them. Check them out, both pretty fun. Links will be in the description, guys. Just Cause 4 is the fourth one in the series. It's a single player game, so no multiplayer. You can't play it with your friends. It's a open world action game. As you guys can see, action, a lot of action. And you also have a beautiful open world. For the people who already played Just Cause 3, that was also free on PlayStation Plus a couple of years ago, you will actually recognize a lot of things. So the main thing in this game is obviously the story, but you also have a lot of cool things that you can do in free roam if you don't feel like playing the story. So for the people who already played Just Cause, doesn't matter which one, I think, you will recognize Rico Rodriguez, the main character in Just Cause 4 again. And in this one, Rico basically has to stop Espinosa and his private army called Black Hand, because they have this project where they want to create weather nodes so they can control the weather everywhere, and they can also create storms. And obviously that's not a good thing if it gets in the wrong hands. So this is the map in the game. As you guys can see, a very big map. All the red areas are the areas that I haven't captured yet with my army, the Army of Chaos. And basically when you progress in the game, you get a lot of people that want to join your army. And if you have a big enough army to get a new area, you can pretty much capture it as well. You can go where you want, by the way, so the red area doesn't matter, but when you go to the red area, you will have a lot of people from the private army Black Hand coming after you. Now, in the first clip that I showed you guys, you saw this grapple that I used sometimes, and basically in Just Cause 4, you also have some abilities that you can add to this grapple. For example, the airlifter, that's pretty cool. If you shoot something and you activate the airlifter, or if it's automatic, you will basically have a balloon that pops up and the object that you just shot will just start flying. Then you also have the booster. If you shoot something and you activate the booster, they will just have a boost attached to them, kind of a rocket, and they will just fly anywhere. Now you also have a ability to actually spawn things like loadouts, like helicopters. So it's a pretty big map. So if you need a helicopter at some times, you can always call in supply drops or weapons if you need weapons during a fight. So that's pretty cool as well. Now you also have a fast travel option. I know a lot of people like that when you have a very big map, because after a while you will get kind of sick of the traveling, even though it's really cool in this game with the grapple and the parachute and stuff like that that you have. I will show you guys that in a bit. But if you want, you can always just call in a loadout drop, call in a helicopter, and then you can just get out of there, or you can just use the fast travel. So as you guys saw, dropped a crate and boom, I have a helicopter. How cool is that? If you still don't feel like flying a helicopter, as I said, you also have fast travel. So just pick a location on the map where you want to go to. You can only fast travel to locations that you have already captured, by the way. So you can't go to an enemy area, obviously, because that will be too dangerous. And then the pilot that you picked will just drop you off in the air and you can just jump out. So over here, I'm also using the parachute and the wingsuit. These are also manners of getting around. So if you just want to travel yourself, you can always use the grapple parachute combination, and then you can get places very fast as well. But obviously, if it's really far and the map is really big, then fast travel might be the better option. But so over here, I have the parachute. I'm using the grapple to grab something, and then I just basically pull myself over there. And this way I can also go pretty far, pretty fast, especially if you have a lot of buildings, because buildings will gain you altitude as well. For example, if you have a higher building than yourself, you will pull yourself up and stuff like that. But you also have the wingsuit, parachute, and grapple to get around. So it's not only with helicopters or cars that you can also drive in this game. So over here, I'm doing a mission, for example. So obviously, if you want to progress in the story, you also have missions that you have to do. Most of them are actually just about the main story. So stopping Espinosa, stopping the Black Hand army so they can't create the weather nodes. So just destroying a lot of stuff, killing a lot of people. But you also have missions like this, for example. So we had a spy, we had to take her out. I had to pretend it was a car crash, so I just drove her off a cliff. And at the last second, I got out with my parachute. Very smooth, very cool. You also have a lot of people that you meet in this story. For example, an archaeologist. You have to discover old things with him, so tombs, I think it were. And then you have to discover old writings so you can actually learn more about the weather notes that Espinosa is making. Then you also have this photographer or movie maker that you have to help. So you do have some variations in the missions. Don't get me wrong though, the fighting in this game is always very enjoyable. You have a lot of things that you can do, you have a lot of variation in the fighting, you have a lot of guns. You always have the grapple hook as well, so you can use the grapple hook in a lot of different ways. For example, over here, I was taking down this helicopter, I attached it to the ground, I put some boosters on it, it was going crazy, it couldn't fly anymore, and that's it. So you have a lot of cool things that you can do in this game, so the fighting is never boring. Now, if you're kind of worried about the story, that you won't be able to follow it because you haven't played the games before this, don't worry at all. They explain it pretty good in the beginning. I was able to follow perfectly as well, and I haven't played Just Cause 3 in a very long time. I don't remember anything about it, so don't worry about that. Just enjoy the game. It's free this month. Make sure to get it. It's definitely worth it, and just enjoy the game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, peace out, you guys.